Hi, everybody. Okay, welcome to this awesome webinar that I have for you. I love presenting on this topic. I'm going to talk fast so I can keep it quick. I'm going to trying to look and see how I can hide my little bar here. Hide floating meeting controls. There we go. And then I'm going to be like, how do I find them later? So anyways, if you want to tell me real quick where you're here from, I'll take a look at the end because I just hid the chat. But I know that we have a lot of people who wanted to watch on the replay. We always have people who just can't hop on at a certain time. And I totally understand that. And that's why pretty much everything I do, I make sure that it's all recorded, whether it's workouts or webinars or meetings, so that my clients always have the ability to work on their time, because I am also very busy and I understand what it's like to feel like you're missing out on things. So tonight's presentation is called Breaking the Barrier, Uncovering the Top 5 Secrets Why Women Over 40 Struggle with Weight Loss. Certainly, if you're not yet 40, then you'll also understand these things too, I'm sure, and they will help you someday as well. And this is so that we can empower you. This is the most important thing to me, is empowering others. It's been something that my whole life I've wanted to help others kind of be able to help themselves. And it's going to help you finally regain your confidence, have endless energy, and rediscover the strong woman that you know you are inside. I know sometimes we kind of get lost and hope that we can get back to that person who we once were. So you're in the right place if you have been struggling forever with weight loss and it seems to be getting harder as you age. Maybe you've been stuck in a weight loss plateau, even though you've been doing all the right things, and you're super frustrated with the yo-yo dieting and the fad diets, not understanding why it works for everybody else, but it doesn't work for you, or it works for a little bit of time, but then you always put that 5 pounds right back on. So in the next 30 minutes, I'm going to try to keep it to 30. I'm going to reveal to you how fad diets and long cardio workouts are actually driving you the opposite direction of your goals. You're going to learn the key mindset shift that's going to help you appreciate your transformation journey each and every day. And I'm going to tell you the one biggest missing thing for women who think that they've tried everything, but nothing is working for sustained weight loss. My promise to you is that we're going to identify key strategies to achieve the body you want and the energy and confidence. That I'm going to provide you the right next actions to do so. And I'm also going to empower you now and in the long run and forever with the knowledge so that you can become that person who has belief in themselves and who gets it. That way it becomes easier. The problem is that most women are trying to do this alone and they're failing over and over again, and they're blaming both themselves and other people. They keep doing more of the same things that aren't working. A lot of times I hear women say, I know what to do, I just don't do it. If you're not doing it, it's not the right thing. So you don't know what to do. There is really nothing wrong with you. I know for a long time I thought my metabolism was broken. I thought I was broken. I thought the world was broken. For some reason, I didn't understand why I couldn't lose a pound but could only gain. There's nothing wrong with you. We just need to identify together what's going on and how we can fix that. And a lot of things tonight I think will be real eye-openers. And we really need that solid strategy, the mindset, the beliefs, and the actions that align with your big goals. So I need you to pay really close attention tonight. Maybe take notes. So if you have a pen and paper, make sure you're turning off your phone. I know I like to do multiple things at once, but I really need you to give this your 100% attention. They say that when you take notes, the things really stick in your brain more. And so I always take notes when I'm on a webinar, especially action steps. Okay. And I'm going to give you some of those tonight. Can we just have everyone mute if you haven't muted?
What do you call those?
Fine. Who's not muted? Laura, is that you? There we go. Thank you. Okay. I'll go back here. All right. So let's keep moving. All right. So I want you to comment in the chat if you're on live, if any of these things sound familiar. You hate the treadmill, but you really think that getting on there is what you need to lose weight. So you keep getting on even though you hate it. You hate giving up chocolate, wine, and pizza, but you think that you have to.
Machine.
I-S. How do you spell Biscayne?
Hello.
B-A-Y-N-E?
Biscayne.
Laura. I'm just gonna have you stay muted. Okay. So you hate giving up chocolate, wine, and pizza, but you think that you have to, if you ever want to look like the friends of yours who you envy because they're naturally thin. You don't have to give up any of those things. And you literally cry in your closet on the regular because you know that your clothes are never going to fit right again, and you must have some kind of hormonal imbalance that you're never going to get over. None of these things are true. The big one. Does this sound familiar? You can get through all the daylight hours on coffee, diet drinks, salads, lean protein, minimal carbs, but when nighttime hits, you become a ravenous she-beast who could probably throw back an entire box of Girl Scout cookies if you saw them. Have you ever thought that you would finally feel confident in your skin if you just found that one perfect diet that would work for you, if you had 2 hours a day to work out, if you had all the money in the world that you could just get plastic surgery, if you're blessed with better genes and it's your parents' fault, if you could hire a personal chef to just cook all your meals, and if you could find more willpower and discipline to make this work? The truth is that once you put into action the things that I'm going to teach you, you're going to look back and be like, why did I spend all this time struggling and doing the wrong things? You're going to be super excited about the things that you will be doing. And in a week from today, you're going to feel like a whole new person. And you're never going to have to feel lost, confused, or hopeless ever again. You're going to feel super empowered. You're going to look at food and fitness in a whole new light. Like, I love this stuff. You're going to feel super energized, super excited. Then you're going to want to do more things with your family. You're going to have more energy for them. And you're not going to want to be cropped out of all of the family photos. You're going to find that when you're confident, you have more opportunity. More doors are going to open, relationships are going to grow, people are going to look at you in a new light, and you're going to have so much more self-esteem. So if you haven't met me yet, I'm Jill, and I am a NASM certified personal trainer. I teach nutrition frameworks. I've created some of my own, and I am a menopausal metabolism coach. My boys are 10 and 12 years old. I'm an avid golfer. I have a tournament tomorrow, so keep an eye on my stories. I am a weightlifter, and I hate that treadmill. I love chocolate. My favorite drink is a Moscow Mule, and so I make skinny Moscow Mules. And I don't like having bosses. I prefer being an entrepreneur. I put enough pressure on myself. I don't need a boss to do that too. And I actually studied in both Chile and China, and I love languages. I love to travel the world, and I love to get to know other people and other cultures so that I can appreciate the differences between us. I'm super driven and a self-starter. I always do everything 110%. Once you get to know me, you'll see that. But I was not always like that. I struggled my whole life with belly bloat and constipation from when I was a little kid. I was overweight, and I even spent 2 hours every day at the gym in my adulthood and didn't lose any weight. I often cried over my body image and directed a lot of my anger towards my husband. I had no self-control around food, and I blamed that on my parents and their own issues with food and diet culture. And I felt super hopeless, and I thought that my metabolism was broken for a very long time. I thought my body was ruined by my pregnancies, and I thought that the only way out was plastic surgery. So here's some secrets from research and experience. The top 5 things that are holding women back from losing weight. Here's your first secret as to why women over 40 are struggling with weight loss. They're not staying committed to a process. So many women are just doing whatever they think they should do in the moment, the day. And sometimes they're all in and sometimes they're all out. And sometimes they find that it's really hard if results haven't come in the first week or so, or first day or two, that they don't think it's worth it to keep doing the hard work to get the results. They're not doing enough and learning enough and putting in enough time and reps and learning the tools in order to build traction. I found this also related to my business. When I was building my business, I had to put a lot of time and a lot more energy in at the beginning so that I could build that momentum so that it would become easier. It's the same thing in weight loss. We have to face our fears and challenges head on. So if you're trying to track in an app and you can't find something, you can't just give up. If you are worried about giving up your favorite foods, or you're worried about a tough workout, you have to face those challenges head on. It's going to make you a stronger person. So you cannot give up. And that is the problem that I've seen with so many people, is that they give up before they give things a chance. So don't give up. If you don't commit to your process, you're just going to keep struggling with that yo-yo dieting. It's a tough cycle to be in, and an even harder cycle to get out of. You're going to just keep gaining back those pounds that you keep on losing, and your lack of motivation to work out is going to get worse if you are not committed to the process and following it. You're going to keep wondering what's wrong with you when the answer is actually super clear. And when you start being a quitter, you're going to start wallowing in that pity and telling yourself the story that you're never going to get the results you want. You will never get to the best version of yourself with one toe in and one toe out. So when you do commit, the most amazing changes will happen. You can see this right here. This is a 60-day transformation. When you commit to the process and give yourself over to it and do the things and listen to your coach and get through it even when it's tough and learn from any mistakes, your food choices suddenly become easier because they become your habits. Working out is going to become important to you because you're going to realize that it feels better to do it than to not do it. And the things that aren't in line with your goals are simply going to fall away. It's going to be easier to make decisions about the things that you should do versus the things that you know are really not in line with what you want to be doing. Weight loss is just going to get a lot more effortless. So how are you going to overcome this quitting habit and not staying committed to a process? Well, number one, you have to have a process and a plan to commit to. I'll tell you right now, I have my fitness and nutrition planned out, me and my clients, because they do what I do, from now until next December. Not in a few months. Well, it's like 6 months. Next December, the next 18 months, I have planned out. It takes away all of the old excuses that aren't doing you any good. Another big thing is you have to really get solid on why you have these excuses. What is your why? Why do you even want these results? Okay. And the big thing too, especially for moms and grandmas and busy entrepreneurs and busy working women, is this inability to realize that you are totally worthy of your own self-care. So you can commit to a process. It should be part of your life. It's not a luxury. It should be part of life to take care of yourself. So here's your action items, and I'm going to drop this in the chat. I want you to write down your goals, and I want you to draft a commitment letter to yourself. I'd like for you to do this right after you listen to this webinar. And I want you to let others know of your commitment. And I know you're like, I don't even know how to draft a commitment letter to myself. So I made one for you. I'm going to drop it in the chat. It'll also be in the description of this if you're watching through YouTube or via email. Okay. So here's your success contract. All you have to do is go into Google Drive and make a copy of it, and you'll be good to go. I know it might sound kind of ridiculous and weird, but it is going to make such a big difference for you in actually taking action steps that are going to get you to your goal. Okay. All right. Moving on. I want to tell you a little success story about Stacy. Stacy came to me the day before we started, she had signed up for a little journey together. She became a client of mine, and we were going to start her on my 5-day Kickstart cleanse, which many, many people start on because they know it's going to give them a quick win. In 5 days, you lose about 5 pounds on average. And so Stacy posted to our group, our community, that on February 19th, the day before we started our journey, she said, we went to Jimmy at the Greeks and I drank 3 red beers, had an appetizer, buffalo dip, then a Greek pita with fries. I'm sweaty and nauseated today and tired. Yuck. She felt so gross. But that was 2020. The next day, she was starting our cleanse together. And so after 5 days on February 24th, Stacy had committed to the 5-day Kickstart. And she said, just got to say, down 5.1 pounds, and I still have the rest of the day today. So this was her 5th day. After that, we started a challenge. I forget which one she was doing with me at that point, but this was only a few weeks later, maybe three weeks later, because February is a short month. Stacy commented to the group, I'm down 6.7 pounds. I always lose a bunch my first week, and I know it'll slow way down this week, but I feel like I'm becoming more in control of my food choices and cravings have improved. I'm gaining my motivation back and feeling better about myself. Looking forward to seeing results from the next 3 weeks. Amazing, right? And so this is what happens when you commit, when you start your journey, you take quick action, it motivates you to keep going. And I encourage you to never have a time where you don't have those next steps planned out. This should be perpetual. So in summary, change happens when you fully commit. All right, number 2, as to why women over 40 are struggling with weight loss. Your nutrition and fitness are not aligned with your goals. This is a crazy one because I find when I'm chatting with prospective clients that so many of you know what you want to achieve, but you have no idea what it takes. And you don't realize that you're doing the exact opposite of what you should be doing for the results you're saying you want. Some of you are saying you want results, but you're not actually doing anything. You're waiting for the right time, which is never going to come because life's always going to be crazy and life's always going to throw us curveballs. And so we need to learn how to be in it even during the crazy times. I even have a lot of women, it's interesting, who will say to me, I want to do your program, but I'm going on vacation next week. And I'll say to them, well, that's exactly why you need to start my program even while you're on vacation, because I'm going to give you the tools to start utilizing and implementing while you're on vacation so that we don't put the starting line way back here when you get back and you've got all this distance to make up before we go and run ahead. So many women are waiting for some perfect time that really never comes. Okay. And a lot of women also are trying too hard and they're dieting too hard. They're doing too much exercise and it's actually backfiring and they're feeling even worse and farther back from that starting line. So I want you to know that when your goals and your actions are aligned, then you are going to become the best version of yourself. It bleeds into all areas of life. But if you continue to do the same things and more of them, then you're going to stay the same or get worse. Your frustration is going to grow because you're not going to see results regardless of the work you're putting in. Your belief in yourself is going to start to diminish. You're going to create these permanent thought patterns, and you're actually going to also hinder your metabolism and your ability to lose weight if you're doing some of these restrictive fad diets out there and working out too much. When you work out too much, you're just going to burn out and eventually your health will be impacted. So I want you to take a quick look, and those who become my clients, we really delve into this a lot deeper, but this shows 4 types of women. And so let's start at the bottom. We have this lazy Susan at the bottom who she wants to feel fit, but she just lays in her chair watching TV and eating bonbons all day. She just keeps eating more and she's not working out. And so what this lends to is that feeling of laziness, perpetual laziness. It's very hard to get out of that pattern. So if you think to yourself, I'm not even working out and I'm eating so much, this is what happens is you will start to feel sluggish and heavy and the scale will go up. And so if your goal is not to feel like that, then we have to make sure that we're not on this scale of eating a lot more and working out very little. We on just to the left of her, we have our slim thin yoga girl. And so she's somebody who is eating less and working out less and not meaning less days, but she's not doing heavy lifting and a lot of running. She does her light workouts, yoga stretching, maybe light weights, maybe bar walking. She really wants to be thin and trim. And so she's got that right combo of eating fewer calories and not exerting so much energy that she would require more calories. And naturally, she becomes thinner, maybe doesn't have as much muscle, but is slimmer. And so, if this is her desired body figure, then she's in the right place, right? She's doing the right things. In the opposite corner, we've got our strong super mom who loves working out, who wants to be able to eat more and go out with her girlfriends and enjoy a nice dinner and some wine sometimes, enjoy pizza night with the guys and maybe an ice cream with the kids, but she's willing to do the work to balance that out. She also does take her nutrition seriously. So for the most part, 75, 80, 85% of the time, she is on point. She's eating plenty of food and fueling her workouts, but she's also making sure that it's the right type of foods. She's doing lifting workouts to build lean muscle, to build a body that is a calorie burning machine. She really wants to have people kind of look and say, hey, that girl's in shape. Like you can tell, do you work out? Because you really look amazing. She's super confident at the gym and just overall really loves feeling energized, confident, and strong. And then we have our frustrated Franny. We call her frustrated flabby Franny in the top left. And frustrated flabby Franny is doing what I'm telling you most women are doing. She's doing all the wrong things. She's got the wrong combo. She's saying that I feel fat and flabby and I want to be tight and toned and trim. So I'm just going to eat nothing. I'm going to cut out all carbs. I'm going to eat like a bird. And I'm going to go on the treadmill 2 hours a day because that's how I'm going to get tight and toned and thin and slim and confident. And she's so wrong. She's burning herself out. She's doing a ton of cardio, which is not actually going to help her build lean muscle, which is going to be that tightening and toning. So what she's going to find is that she's going to just keep getting flabbier because she's actually burning all of her muscle away, especially if she's not eating enough to fuel the muscle and to build muscle. And so her body is going to break down. She's going to be exhausted. Her metabolism is going to slow because she's not eating enough calories. So her body's going to adjust to what she is eating. And she's just going to continue to be frustrated, flabby Franny. And it's very hard to get through to Franny and say, hey, girl, you're doing the exact opposite. Get off the freaking treadmill. You're doing too much. Let's go eat a big meal. And you know what happens too is that she's trying so hard to white knuckle her way through the day, eating celery and nothing else, and maybe 5 almonds. And at the end of the day, half the time she ends up binging on a sleeve of Oreos. And so she's still making that perpetually worse. So I'm going to stop that here because you understand what happens is that we need to be in line. And that's what happened with my client, Jenny. Jenny and I started out, she was working out with another trainer. So she and I only worked on nutrition at the beginning. And she said, Jill, I want to be strong for my horseback riding and my hiking trips. And I will look good in a bikini for, when I go camping with my friends. And so we were having her work out with her trainer at the gym doing, not CrossFit, but just kind of like obstacle course style training. And I gave her some extra stuff for mobility. And we chatted every single week. And I gave her her nutrition plan to help her. And Jenny lost 25 pounds in 3 months. And it was incredible. And what happened is that eventually Jenny came to me one day and she said, Jill, I feel like I just want to be skinny. I just want to get skinnier. And this was maybe midway through her journey. And she said, can we try that yoga girl thing where I don't eat as much? I don't work out as much. I said, sure, Jenny, we can try that if you want. Well, about a week later, she said, Jill, I like to eat. I love to work out. Forget skinny yoga girl. I want to be that strong mom for her twins and for her husband and herself. And so we went right back to what we had been doing, fueling and getting her workouts in and adding some other fun workout things in. And that was how Jenny got aligned. And after quite a while of being all in, all out, struggling, her twins were very young. They were only a couple of years old. She finally got in line and got the body that she wanted. So here's the lesson. You've got to eat and train like the woman you wish to be. So if you feel like maybe this, triggered something that maybe you're out of line or you're trying to be something that you're not right now, that's not in line with your goals, then note those and let's talk about those. Okay. Secret number 3, why women are struggling. You're relying on willpower to stay on track with your diet and exercise. Okay. Willpower is a temporary thing. It is not a forever strategy. So you're going to struggle. If I tell you to stop eating cookies, how long is it before you start eating sleeves of Oreos like Flabby Franny? It's going to backfire on you. You don't have to have willpower. What happens is your brain's not really programmed for you to succeed based on willpower, on holding out, or on overtraining. And your patterns in your brain, they're strong. They will fight whatever new things that you're trying to do that it doesn't know and it doesn't like. And your body is not going to want you to restrict your food, and your body wants you to have healthy habits. So it's not going to want you to be constantly on a treadmill like Flabby Franny. If you start going on treadmill 2 hours a day, your body sees that as stress. Whether it's good stress or bad stress, it's stress. Your body does not want you to be stressed all the time. So willpower is actually only controlled by 12% of your conscious brain. And the rest of it, your brain is formed, and the beliefs and the habits and your flight or fight protection, flight or fight protection, these are all subconscious things. You don't have a ton of control over them. They're ingrained. It's patterns over years. If you're 40, that is 4 decades of the beliefs that you've built and that have become ingrained in your mind. And so what happens if you continue to fight with your body and your brain with bad diets, boring exercise, you're going to keep on rebounding. Your body is only going to allow you to be low carb for so long before it fights you back. It's only going to let you do 10 miles of running for so many days before it shuts down, before you get an injury and it gives up on you. So you need to be able to get more in line there with the things that you should be doing that are not fighting against what you're naturally supposed to be doing. And then you'll see that it'll become a lot easier. But if you keep doing all these same things, investing in all the fads and doing all the same things that you have been doing, you're probably going to end up wasting a lot of money on programs that are going to rebound, and come back to bite you. So when we do feed our body and our brain what it wants, you're going to find that you're happier, you're satisfied, right? Somebody who's able to eat carbs is happier than that person who's not eating any. It's going to be so much easier to stick to your plan. Your results will be long-term, and your body is going to start adjusting to your desired norm. What you want to be, your body is going to start to understand the way to be that way. And you're going to become so empowered. What we really need is gradual changes that your body and brain are going to respond to well. And that means a solid plan, consistency, and somebody helping you and supporting you through. And you might be like, why are there babies here? It's kind of like taking a toy from a baby. We need to replace that old habit with something new so that our body's not screaming and crying at us, but is happy. So if we give a baby a new toy and then take that other toy away, then he can be as happy as he was before with the new toy. We just have to make sure that it's done in a gradual way and in a way that's something that you'll enjoy and is sustainable and makes sense for you in your life. And so I want to just bring this down and talk about my client Alita for a second, who she has done so well. She lost 20 pounds in her first 3 months. We've been together now, I think about 18 months, and she's still with me because, she's still, this is a long-term journey for her. And she's made gradual changes and they've held. And it's because we've used great lifestyle changes, things that are fun. She talks about motivation, being supportive of her, that her workouts are always different. They never get boring. She's continuing to get stronger day by day. And she is now in the best shape than she's been in years. She really wasn't working out when we met. She's also kicked so many habits, diet soda, coffee habit. And recently, when she went out for a special family occasion, she said she didn't even care that she wasn't eating a ton of desserts and all the carbs and ordering multiple drinks. She was able to make a lot of great decisions and be really happy with them. Okay, so let's take away this. Willpower is not a winning strategy for weight loss, and you might as well embrace what you love and help your body adjust to new thinking. All right, secret number 4. We're too focused on past failures and not celebrating wins. So when you think about how you've failed at dieting in the past and you haven't stuck with anything in the past, what happens is you're telling yourself this story that you're just going to keep doing the same. And it makes it really hard to succeed. We also want to be focusing not only on little surface goals of losing 5, 10, 15 pounds. That's not really what's going to bring you happiness in this journey. We really want to figure out what those beneath the surface goals are so that we can not just focus on, I didn't lose 5 pounds or I gained 5 pounds, but what is the feeling that you want to get from the inputs? We're going to focus on the inputs, the things that we're doing and what we want to feel. Because what if we don't lose 5 pounds, but we feel amazing with the work that we're putting in and with the community and the support with that we have? And the other changes, perhaps it's not losing 5 pounds, but it was 5 inches that you would want to lose, because it makes you feel more confident in your clothing. And that makes you feel more confident in public and meeting new people. And I also love that a miserable journey does not make for a happy destination. So if you hate going on the treadmill and you tell yourself, I have to go on the treadmill every single day for a month, for 30 days or 75 days because I want to achieve this goal, when you get to that goal, you'll have been miserable the whole way and you're probably going to revert back to where you started. So what we focus on expands. So if we focus on failure, we get failure. If we focus on quitting, we get quitting. If we focus on hard, it feels hard. But if you focus on the good and the benefits of eating healthy and exercising and the wins that you experience, then you're going to feel more of those things. You're going to want more healthy foods. You're going to want to do your exercises, and you're going to have so much joy when you feel wins, that more wins are going to come. But if you keep on believing your old stories, then your struggles are going to remain, and you're always going to be giving up, and you're always going to be blind to the possibilities of what you can achieve. You'll stay uncomfortable in your clothing, hate your body naked, and you'll wonder, why do I struggle so much more than everybody else? So when you do rewrite that story, we're going to absolutely find that we love healthy habits, choosing a healthy meal over a greasy one, doing our workouts before other things, even on the weekends, finding that the scale is not necessary to validate the amazing work that we're doing. And you are going to find that you are so worth everything that you put into your journey and the happiness that you're going to feel when you start to achieve your goals. It's truly about the enjoyment and feeling good every single day in the journey and feeling just as good about the things that you're doing, which is the input, as the results that are going to come out. It's about becoming that person who prefers to be in it and doing the healthy things than not doing them. I noted some bonus outcomes when you do these things, when you have this positive mindset, and when you start to see these changes, is that it really spills over into all areas of your life, including relationships, work, your self-esteem growing, and a better energy and mood and attitude for you, for your family, for your friends. I want to talk about Audrey real quick. She lost 20 pounds. She gained a lot of flexibility on my program, a ton of energy, and she feels confident and comfortable in her skin now. But I think too, she's made a lot of recent life changes that feel more in line with who she's become. And she also enrolled to become a personal trainer herself, and felt so inspired by the journey and helping others that she feels confident enough that she's studying to help others now as well. So I love Audrey's story, and I love how she always says that age is just a number and it means nothing unless you let it. Once you start feeling better and better, you're going to feel younger and younger as long as you stick to what you're doing. And she says, invest in learning how to care for yourself is the best way to invest in yourself. Life is short, enjoy the journey, focus on the positives. That's the lesson I have for you. And our last lesson is that many women are trying to do this alone, and you really need somebody in your corner, whether it's a coach, a community, a buddy, somebody to talk through the fears and struggles within the journey daily, to help you reduce stress, to help you celebrate wins, to keep you accountable to the activities that you need to do, to show you the right things that are going to yield results, like we talked about a lot of them tonight, and to be that lighthouse that illuminates your path to success. These are some of my past coaches. Finding a great coach and a mentor who helps you navigate your path, offers guidance and strategies, and keeps you accountable is also going to be somebody who brings you together with a group of like-minded go-getters to help you level up and stay connected and inspired. Now, I am a leader in the sense of I love to lead fitness, nutrition. And so I am that leader because I needed to stay connected to others as well. But I also am always in some kind of mentorship. I do have another coach now who has helped connect me to other people who are in the same business as I am, and helps me to be around the people who are growing and gives me all the tools to do so. So what happens when you go it alone, though, is you're going to end up wasting so much time guessing how to get results, wasting money on little Band-Aid programs and products that aren't going to get you results for the long term. You're going to feel more fear, uncertainty, and doubt as these things don't work. And my guess is maybe you'll even give up on your transformation completely and gain more weight, feel more uncomfortable in your clothes, and really just want to hide. I wanted to play a quick video from one of my clients, Jackie.
Hey guys, my name is Jacqueline Spaccarelli, and I wanted to let you guys know a few things about Jill. I connected with Jill a little over 3 years ago through a mutual friend and fellow coach, and from day one, she was on my side, in my corner, just rooting for me. Whatever I wanted to do, whatever my goals were, they were her goals, and she wanted them for me more than I wanted them for me, and that made me want them even more. She is someone who, in my opinion, embodies what true leadership is about. She leads by example. In every part and aspect of her life, she is showing what she's doing, and she is completely transparent. She makes you see exactly for what it is, and she is right there with you, kicking ass, crushing goals, looking at meal plans and workouts and helping you plan and figure out exactly what you want to do, and she is there step by step to make sure you get it done. She has been so supportive, and she is there as a friend, as well as a leader, as well as a coach, and I just honestly couldn't ask for anything more. Full package. Thank you, Jill. Hey guys, my name.
Okay. So a coach has been in your shoes. They know where you're at, and they're going to ensure that you follow through to get to your goals. So quick recap of the 5 secrets. Not staying committed to a process. You have got to commit. Not aligning your actions with your goals. We got to make sure you're lined up. Fitness, nutrition, and goals, and lifestyle. relying on willpower for success. We don't want to be relying on willpower. We want a great plan that's going to work with us and our brains and our bodies. We don't want to be focusing on past failures. We want to be celebrating our wins, and we don't want to go it alone. We don't want to be coachless or communityless. If you implement the things that I've taught you, you're going to get energized. You're going to get excited. You're going to be confident in this process. You're going to get strong, tight, and toned. You're going to feel that you're supported and amongst people who are like-minded, a beautiful community who's got a lot of goals too. You're going to see lots of improvements in your relationships, your mood, your attitude, and your happiness. So this here is a little look into the Jill Ortiz Empowered Fitness Mastery Program. All things that we focus on in the client community are things that we talked about tonight. We have 5 pillars of success, and that includes lifestyle and goals auditing, seeing where you're at now, starting with quick action for a quick win, having a balanced shred strategy. That's that portion where we're not relying on willpower, but we have balance. Having the mindset and motivation empowerment training. So really working deep down to figure out why we're here, what's holding us back, and how we're going to continue on as this long-term journey goes. And then that powerful tribe mentality. That's that community, having others around you who are ready to help you realize that you can be stronger than your excuses. We even have a tank top for you. So you got to choose. Are you going to stay the same, or are you going to make a move? Here's how I can support you, and what I can offer you is to help you book a game plan call. I'm going to drop a link in the chat. Oops. If I can find, oh, I found it. I'm going to drop a link in the chat for you to book a game plan call. And if you're on email, then it's going to be right in the email. It'll also be in the YouTube recording too. And so you can grab a time with me. My time is limited. Like I said, tomorrow I have golf tournament, but you can grab a time if there's one available. I think I saw there was like 6 spots left earlier in the next coming days, but you can book your one-on-one game plan call. And this call is valued at $197, but I want to give you one for free. Okay. I really appreciate you coming here, and I want to learn more about you. You just learned a lot about me and what I do, but I want to know what came out of this. I want to be able to get clear on your goals with you. As you heard from Jackie, they're going to become my goals. And I want to take a look at your fitness and your current nutrition and what's going on, so we can identify what's holding you back. And if there's no pressure, but if it does seem like a fit, then we can always discuss what my Empowered Fitness Mastery Program is about and what it looks like to work together, whether a one-on-one coaching experience or a group coaching experience, and we can figure out the best place for you to start if it is with me. And the reason why I'm doing this is because I've been frustrated, and I wish somebody was there for me. And I don't want you to feel frustrated about your fitness and your nutrition when the tools are here. I want you to be effective, efficient, so that you have time for the things that you love. I want you to be able to enjoy your favorite foods. You and I could share a piece of pizza someday and have a Moscow Mule. I want you to exude confidence, whether it's in gym shorts or in a dress. I want you to send me pictures when you're confident. I want you to feel super accomplished. This is just, it's my mission. It's what I do in life. It's why I'm here. Oh, wow. I just got really emotional on that. I want you to love the transformation process. I love seeing people go through it, and I love the change that happens in people. And I want you to feel that you're empowered and that you're in the driver's seat of your transformation, and that you want to just continue to constantly up level in life. So again, here's your invitation. I'm going to pop it again in the chat. The link for you to schedule a free, totally free, I'm not charging you anything, game plan call. And that's why slots are going to be limited, because they'll only last as long as they last. I just lost my meeting control. I'm going to pop this link again in the chat if you'd like to book your call. And I I can't wait to chat. I can't wait to find out what you got from this and where we're starting and where we're going. And I just know that you're going to do amazing, especially if you hang with me. I've got a lot of great stuff coming up always. Like I said, I always go 110% and give everything in myself to helping others because I know how it felt to do this the hard way. So I appreciate you coming on here and doing this with me and taking the time. And I can't wait to have our call together if you choose to. So I guess that's it. Thank you so much.